Hello and welcome to Emotional Badass. I'm Nikki Eisenhower and I'm excited to talk to you today. We are talking alignment. I am bringing a hippy-dippy word to you. I am kind of an in-between, I think, of a clinical psychology world and kind of a hippy-dippy holistic healing because I love both and blend and lean more hippy-dippy than I did in my younger days. So alignment, I was listening to someone else's podcast, 6 months, maybe even a year ago. It's almost summer again. And my significant other said, what is she talking about? Alignment. What is this alignment? And it's a hard thing to explain. It's kind of a buzzword right now, though, isn't it? I had this great little morning. It'll help me explain alignment with a little story. Normally, I'm in session or I have my phone on silent most of the time because I'm reading or trying to stay focused. And that's a technique to I will look at the phone when I decide that I need to look at the phone, not when the phone tells me to. I can't stay productive if I do the other. But today, something in me, my intuition just said, look at your phone. And while my phone was in my hand, I got about 4 kooky, crazy calls that I thought were marketing, but I felt called to answer them when normally that is the opposite of what I would do. And so I would screen it and, not respond and waste my time with the crap calls. I answered those few weird calls and then I answered a call. Normally I answer, hello, this is Nikki Eisenhower. But I said, hello, because I had gotten the weirdo calls. And this person said so sweetly, oh, I think I have the wrong number. I'm sorry for disturbing you. I thought I was calling a psychiatrist's office. And we just led into having a nice little chat and connected and both laughed about alignment. I didn't usually answer my phone. He didn't really know he was calling. He wasn't looking for me. Someone had just given him I was some rando. And that's alignment. That's some kind of energy, some force I can't explain, I can't describe, that for many years of my life, I thought was total crap. A lot of that was because I was in a lot of pain. I had a very dysfunctional childhood, and the pain of that sort of fried out my system for a long time. And one of the consequences of that is not being able to really feel your body often, or deeply rather. Not being able to sense subtle energies or sensing so many subtle energies that you're kind of fried out and just exhausted and fatigued. So the more that I've been able to heal my nervous system from abuse that happened when I was younger, this beautiful thing happens where you can actually feel subtle energies more. And as kooky as it might sound to some of y'all, I know others are going, yeah, alignment. I was in alignment when I met you, Nikki, or I was in alignment when I picked this show. To hear this topic right now, if you feel that, you might be feeling alignment right now. When I'm aligned, I'm really in the flow of things. It feels like you have that little special kind of magic going. And the more that you heal, the more that you learn how to kind of guide yourself into that state. And man, if you had a hard childhood, or if you've been through maybe you had a beautiful, idyllic childhood, but maybe the last few years have been hard, or maybe just the political climate is hard for you, it's taxing, it's exhausting. Strategies to get into alignment, to get attuned. It's another way to think about alignment. I moved to Colorado because I felt called to the mountains. That's an energy. I felt centered, grounded, peaceful. In the altitude. I'm a New Orleans gal. That's a crazy thing. I lived at sea level my entire life. And then now I live in the Mile High City. And I think I was called because this was where I was supposed to be able to do even more healing and growth. So I wonder where you are with this concept of alignment. I would love to hear what you think. To come find us on Facebook. I'm excited to be on Patreon via Emotional Badass. It takes a lot to do the show, and I love supporting other shows. If you don't know about Patreon, it's basically how artists put on their shows and support their arts. There's everything under the sun you could possibly think of. So if you like supporting the arts, you can do that directly. Arts education, mysteries, there's podcasts, there's gamings, there's all kinds of things. So if you'd like to support Emotional Badass on Patreon, you can find us there. And that's where you can ask questions. I'm going to take questions on a segment of the show that come from our Patreon supporters. So I look forward to getting some questions soon and adding that segment to the show. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next time here on Emotional Badass. I'm Nikki Eisenhower, and I will see you next time.